everybody, and welcome to a new video. And today I thought it would be interesting to talk about the whole GameStop thing. As you guys know, GameStop they're in the process of closing 180 to 200 stores worldwide, I believe. And they actually talked about this a couple years ago, I believe. I think I don't think it's as big as everybody says it is. I think that they're just kind of like the stores that are kind of like what you would say underperforming. They probably no need for them anymore. They probably want to go to their stores that are making the most sales and all that good stuff, like the prestige stores, pretty much. As you guys know, I'm one of those folks that don't hate GameStop. I'm not happy about everybody going crazy about them, like happily like wanting them to close off and everything, because I know a lot of people don't like GameStop's practices and everything like that. You just have to know how to shop there, and you know how to trade there. As simple as that. If you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, you'll most possibly get ripped off. But GameStop, I just feel like I don't like a lot of their business practices over the years or whatnot, but I don't want them to close down because there's a lot of good deals to be had there. To buy two, get one free type deal. If you know how to work that, you're good to go. But if GameStop closes completely, it's gonna be like, whoa, what the hell, man? Like, where are we gonna go for our newer games that come out for physical copies? For those of us who want physical games, you have stores like Walmart, Best Buy, but they're not really like that dedicated to games. They have their game section in there that's it's kind of small or whatever, but not really small. But you guys know what I mean. They're just not that big. GameStop is a whole store that's full of games, and now that ThinkGeek stuff. But anyways, I just feel like it's just, if they're gone, it's just not going to be really good for modern gamers that want to get the physical copies of games. For those of you who don't care about that, you go digital anyway. Yeah, you're good to go. But for the rest of us who want to, have those physical games or whatnot, or even the retro games they're selling, because I would say, well, I won't call it retro yet. PS3, Xbox 360, that's not retro, Wii, and all that stuff. But those pre-used games are pretty cheap and everything. That's a good way for people to start a game library if they want to start collecting games. GameStop is the perfect place to do that if you go to the previous generations. But hopefully everything is good. I'm going to be watching this what's going on with them closely. I actually talked to a close friend who works at GameStop. Her store is not closing, thankfully, because that's my main store. But one of my other stores around my area is closing, and I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Hopefully the people who work at those stores are able to find work at other GameStops or other employment fairly quickly or whatnot. But like I said, over the years, I've really enjoyed GameStop, and like I said, I don't feel like it's a good thing if they actually disappear off the market. It's actually, I know it's been a long time coming, and people. Last year I did a GameStop video talking about this, and we knew this was kind of coming, but now the news pops up. Okay, they're closing more stores. Okay, the news is finally here. I get it, but honestly, still to this day, I don't think GameStop is shutting down. I think they're too smart to be wiped off the market. They're able to adjust to what they need to do to survive, and this is definitely something they probably need to do to survive. They got to close down. They have too many stores open. I remember back in, I think it was in the early, 2010, 2011, they were opening up those GameStop retro stores, those vintage GameStops or whatever, and there was only like, from what I remember, I think there was like only 2 or 3 of them, and they closed fairly quickly because the retro market for them is better for them to sell that stuff online. So those kind of stores kind of disappeared. But they're gonna have to close the gap pretty much, and have smaller. I won't say smaller, but more like just not that many stores. In the area I live in, I have like down there 4 GameStops, and that's too many, and I only go to one. So which is my main store. I know the people there; they're really cool. There's no need to go to the other ones when I go to the one that I go to. So Hopefully things will shaping up. Shaping up, but you know what I mean. Hopefully they get their stuff together. They know what they're gonna do. Of course, they gotta cut a lot of people, but like I said, I enjoy GameStop, and I actually was planning on going there today, but well, I still am. But hopefully things work out. I don't see any other company picking up the mantle. I mean, think about it like this: if GameStop closed, right, and we would have to deal with a lot of like newer, if they were still making physical games, because I think if GameStop closes, they're going to try to cut out the physical market pretty much. But that's where companies like the limited companies would come in and pretty much say, oh yeah, we got physical copies here, buy from our website and everything. I can't stand that, man. I'm tired of buying online. I want to walk into a store and purchase my games like that, especially when it comes to newer games, you know. But you know, like I said, I think we're okay. You guys let me know what you think in the comments about the whole situation, and do you shop at GameStop? Because if GameStop goes away, man, it's definitely not good for the market, at least in my opinion. Maybe some of you differ. I actually have a video with my friend X that we talked about GameStop, and he's happy about GameStop out of the picture. I'm not, but he was. I'll be putting that video up probably later too. But hopefully they get their stuff together. Like I said, this GameStop is just it's God. I'm not trying to sell out for them or nothing like that. But power to the players who know how to use that power. Damn it, and you know, I'm one of those players that knows how to do it. So, you know, I think they're a good store. I always disagreed though in the past when GameStop merged with EB Games. I thought they should have stayed separate. But I remember I talked about that years ago, and people were like, "No, what are you talking about? That's not going to happen," and it did happen. So I just don't like them monopolizing on the game market because like they did, because now that they're somewhat in trouble, which I say somewhat because we don't know the full stat of it, but there's nobody else to kind of like the step in pretty much. You know, when Game Crazy was around, you know, they were good alternative to GameStop, and I used to love going to Game Crazy because they sold retro games there easily. They sold all games, you know, where GameStop would just mostly do the previous generation and the current gen of games. So Game Crazy was a good place, but for whatever reason they fell off, and during the whole Hollywood video thing, and there was not really anybody to kind of challenge GameStop. You know, it's kind of like you never want one company doing a certain thing for everybody. It's kind of like this, like if there was no competition for like Sony, PlayStation, whatnot, they would feel that like they could do anything they want, and then we would just have to go with it. You know, there's nobody else to challenge them. That's where Xbox and Switch, the Nintendo come in, and they make sure they give people another alternative. So they keep each other on their toes. Pretty much, they keep each other at their best. So there's always a reason to get either one or whatever. Sorry, I got cut off there for a second, but another example is pretty much YouTube. You know, everybody has to stay with YouTube because it's the only platform usually to release like your video content. But if YouTube had a challenge out there, then a lot of their practices might be different. You know what I mean? And whole thing with GameStop, since they're like the only main one out there now, it's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, there's no more Game Crazy, which is an excellent store. There's just all that stuff is pretty much gone. So when they screw up, you know, it's like, wow. It's like, oh man, it's like we're in trouble pretty much. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Just something to think about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the whole GameStop thing. If you want them to stay around or you want them gone for whatever reason. I think they're going to be okay personally, but you never know. But I'm optimistic about it. I'm not worried. I'm actually going to GameStop today. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. Radical Reggie, and I will see you later.